Hello, dear students. I hope you are safe and healthy, and welcome to our first lesson in morphology. Today, we'll be talking about the definition of morphology and types of morphemes. So, let's get to it. Morphology, the term morphology is derived from the Greek word morph. Morph means form. Okay, so when we talk about morphology, we have the word form of something, form of words, right? So morphology is a branch of linguistics that concerns itself with the study of the structure of words, the form of words. So basically, morphology is a subject, is a science that deals with how words or how units, because in words we have units, how units are put together to form words. That is the structure of words or the form of words. In other words, morphology studies the internal structure of word forms. That is how units are put together to form a word. Each language has a set of words. These sets of words are called vocabulary. Uh, they're also called lexicon. So in a dictionary, we have vocabulary. That is, we have lexicon. Okay, a word may take more than one form. For example, the word destructedly consists of destruct, okay, which is referred to as a lexeme. So destruct is a lexeme. All other forms are called word forms, right? So destruct is a lexeme, is the smallest. It is the smallest you can get if we break down these words into parts or into units. And then we have destructed, and then we have destructedly, okay, such as destructed, destruct, destructed, destructedly. So these all are word forms. They are word forms. Word form consists of a lexeme. It consists of a lexeme and affixes. So we have a lexeme and we have other parts that are added either at the beginning or at the end of the word. That is either prefixes or suffixes. This will be dealt with later on in details. So going back to the example above, the word destructedly consists of several elements. What are they? So we have destruct, destructed, we have ed, and then we have li, the verb. Each of these elements represent a morpheme. Okay, so destruct on its own is a morpheme. Ed is a morpheme. Li is also a morpheme. So what is a morpheme? A morpheme can be defined as a meaningful morphological unit of a language that cannot be further divided. Okay, so a morpheme is a meaningful morphological unit of a language that cannot be further divided. We cannot divide. So if we divide the word, for example, destructively into parts, the uh, let's say the smallest you can get is destruct. So the smallest word you can get here is destruct. You cannot divide destruct further. Okay, that's the last part. Okay, and that's a morpheme. So in other words, a morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit in a language. The smallest meaningful unit in a language. Now, what are the types of a morpheme? Okay, we have two types of a morpheme. We have free morpheme and bound morpheme. Free morpheme is a word form which stands by itself. For example, book, happy, house. The form of this word, or the form of these, uh, it stands by itself. It is meaningful. So book and happy, house is these words are meaningful. They can stand by their own, right? And in bound morpheme, it is a word form that can only occur in combination with other morphemes. So bond morphemes are prefixes, suffixes, infixes. So for example, and this, okay, so we have an, like unhappy, and it is a bound morpheme. Disagree, for example, this is a bound morpheme. Establishment, dismantlement is a bound morpheme. Lay of the verb also is a bound morpheme. So these are a bound morpheme. They are affixes. They are prefixes, suffixes, and affixes that we add to free morpheme to form new words. This is just a scheme of the what we have just introduced. So we have a morpheme. We have two types of morpheme. So we have free morpheme and the bound morpheme. Free morpheme, it stands on itself, like man, food, rain. Okay, it's and then we have bound morpheme, which does not stand on its own. Okay, it has to be added to free morpheme to form or to be meaningful, right? So if we have anti, dis, co, some of them are prefixes like anti, dis, co, im, okay, or are prefixes, they occur at the end of the word, like professor, okay, for example, sheep, internship, okay, unspeakable or something, okay. So we have free morphemes and bound morphemes. This is the two types that we have. Well, thank you very much for your attention, and catch you guys in the next video.